morning after their arrival, Ifeoma woke early. The scent of the house was strange, like aged wood and something older beneath it. As she moved through the silent hallway, her fingers traced the banister, cold despite the morning sun. In the kitchen, she found Tunde already seated, the letter from the night before lying in front of him like a curse. He hadn't slept. His eyes were distant, scanning it again, looking for meaning. "Someone's playing a joke," he said finally. But neither of them laughed. The children clattered downstairs, chasing each other into the backyard, unaware of the tension threading between their parents. Ifeoma folded the letter and slipped it into her apron pocket. They had too much to do. Boxes to unpack, curtains to hang, shelves to fill. But the mood was off. Every sound seemed louder. Every creak in the floorboards pulled their attention. A shadow passed outside the window, too quick to catch. Tunde rushed to the door. No one was there. Later that day, a knock came. Chijioke stood at the doorstep again, smiling wide, a basket of bread in his hands. "Just thought you might want something fresh," he said. His eyes flicked toward the hallway behind them. "Everything settling in all right?" Tunde nodded stiffly, not mentioning the letter. Ifeoma offered polite thanks, but as she turned, she saw something strange. A figure in Chijioke's upstairs window across the street. Watching, not moving. When she turned back to ask, Chijioke was already stepping off the porch. "Have a lovely day," he said, too quickly. The basket was warm in her hands, but her spine prickled cold. Someone else was watching, not just the watcher, not just the house. That night, the wind howled louder than before, curling through the trees like a voice trying to speak. Tunde stood at the window of their bedroom, arms crossed, staring out at the street. Orchid Drive was empty, still. Too still. Ifeoma lay in bed pretending to read, but her eyes flicked toward the door at every creak. The letter still sat in the drawer beside her, whispering doubts. "Maybe we should call someone," she said finally. "Who?" Tunde replied. "The police won't take a letter seriously. Not without a name." In the hallway, something shifted. A groan in the walls. A thud upstairs. They froze. Tunde grabbed a flashlight and stepped into the hallway. The beam danced across the floorboards, catching nothing. Just silence. But as he reached the end of the corridor, a low moaning sound emerged from behind the wall. He pressed his ear to it, heart racing, faint, rhythmic scratching, like fingernails. The next morning, they decided to explore the attic. The entrance was hidden behind a linen closet, covered with fresh paint that flaked when scratched. Tunde pulled the ladder down. Dust puffed into the air. Ifeoma hesitated before climbing, her instincts screaming. The attic was cold and cavernous. Mice scurried. Old suitcases, cobwebbed trunks, and then a corner. Clean. Empty. Recently swept. And in the middle of the space, a chair. Just one chair. Facing the far wall. On the back of the chair hung a photograph. Black and white. Blurry. It showed the house decades ago. And in one of the windows, barely visible, was a face. Not smiling, not looking at the camera, just staring out. Watching. The same window Ifeoma had stared at on their first day.